I'm not sure if it's just me, but it seems like this Malossi exhaust is getting very loud, especially if I'm somewhere like in town and there are like concrete or brick buildings all around me. I can hear it popping and echoing off of everything, even at idle. What? Gas. So I'm curious. I've got my test set up here just like I've done before, so I can measure how loud the exhaust actually is. Same distance, same everything as previous tests. So I'm going to go ahead and test it and see if it actually is any louder. And I've got some muffler packing, silencer packing here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and repack it and see if I can make it any quieter. The decibel meter seems to agree with my ears. It's up to 87 decibels at idle, which is 6 decibels louder than shortly after I got this exhaust. It's up 5 decibels to 97 at 5,000 RPM, and it's gone all the way up to 119 decibels with a wide open throttle burst, which is 7 decibels louder than it was before. So it's definitely time to repack. I'm going to start by removing this spring with a spring puller tool. Now I need to loosen this bolt that tightens the clamp for the silencer. And there's a nut back here that you're going to have to hold with a wrench to get it loose. Both of these are 13mm for this exhaust. Once this clamp is loose enough, you may be able to slide the silencer off of the stinger, forward and out. In this case, I think I'm going to have to remove the clamp totally because of the large back piece here, the large end cap. Okay, now I can slide it off. And just got to make sure I don't lose the clamp or the spacers or the bolt for it. Now I can move over to the workbench. And if you're not wearing gloves already, you're going to want to now, because you may be exposed to fiberglass packing in here. Some people may even want to wear long sleeve shirts, goggles, and possibly even a mask. Depends how sensitive you are to it, or I guess how safe you want to be. So I need to remove the end cap. I'm going to start over here, and these have 4mm Allen keys for them. There's just 2 bolts. Now this end cap will slide off. You can see the packing in there. I'm going to see if I can pull this out. There we go. And I noticed that Malossi is using an O-ring on the end to seal it, so be sure you don't lose that if you've got an O-ring in yours. You can also take the opposite end cap off if you'd like. Same deal, it's 2 bolts, remove those and you can pull that off. There's also an O-ring in the outlet right there, so if you have a leak, you may need to replace that, but definitely be careful not to damage that or lose it. I know that everyone watching isn't going to have this exact silencer or exhaust, so I just wanted to show you real quick. Some of these silencers will use screws or even rivets around the edge here that you may have to take off. And this is another common style. This is the Leo Vince ZX. And I've got 3 bolts back here, or 3 nuts really. The silencer has studs in it. You take those 3 nuts off, obviously the clamp just like this one, and then you can slide this whole assembly off. Now I'll remove the packing. Hopefully I can just pull this off. Sort of. Discard that and make sure you get all of it off of here. Inspect the core while you've got it out. Make sure it's not damaged, cracked, burned through, anything like that. Now Now I'm going to use some brake parts cleaner to clean this off. I'll clean the end cap that I removed in basically the same way. If you find that the carbon is really tough in there, you can get out a wire brush and scrub it. And take a look inside of the silencer. Make sure you don't have any material, any fiberglass or anything stuck inside of there. If you do, grab that and pull it out. And then you can clean it in a similar fashion. Just make sure that if you have O-rings in there, that you don't use anything so harsh that it will damage your O-rings, and make sure you don't lose the O-rings. Also be mindful of the material that your silencer is made of and how it's coated, because you don't want to peel all the paint off or anything like that. I'm going to use a small dab of grease and put that on the O-ring here in the end of my silencer. I was going to replace it actually, but I don't have anything in my O-ring assortment that matches up to it. And it hasn't been leaking, so I'm just going to leave it alone. But if yours has been leaking, definitely replace that now. I'm going to treat the O-ring for the end cap in the same fashion. Just go over it with a little bit of grease. And then I'll lay that into this groove in the end cap. Now it's time to install some new packing. So you need to lay out your silencer across the muffler packing, the silencer packing, and get the right length. And in this case, I just got really lucky. Apparently after the last silencer that I repacked, I had cut this in what appears to be the exact right length for this core. If you look close, you can see that my core ends here and then here. So this is literally the perfect width or length, whatever, for this. But normally you would have to cut this to fit your core. Now get some electrical tape or even masking tape handy and start to wrap this around the core. And what you want to do is wrap this until it's basically the same size as the inside of your silencer. So in this case, I'm pretty much already there. And I'll go ahead and cut this. Now I'm going to take my electrical tape, get this wrapped around here. And use my electrical tape to try to secure it. And this will make it a whole lot easier to get it installed into the body of the silencer. Next, I need to insert the core back into the silencer. So just carefully get that started. You can see I didn't exactly wrap this perfectly with the tape at the end. But get that started and make sure you don't rip it all off when you try to press it in there. Push it in. In this case, with this Malossi, this tube has to align with this inside. So you may have to put your finger in there and try to get them to align so that you can press it all the way in. Just be careful, don't pinch your finger in it. Okay. Now I'm ready to reinstall the end cap. In this case, because it's got that O-ring, I'm just going to slide that over and bolt it back on. But again, some silencers are different. In some cases, the cap will go inside of here, and what you'll want to do is use an RTV, like a copper RTV, high temperature stuff, and coat around the outside edge of this, or even the inside edge of here if you can. You don't need a whole lot, you just need to make a good seal. You want to make sure you get the packing out of the way of the bolt holes there, that way you'll actually be able to get the silencer cap bolts installed. And twist to align those. Then I'll add a drop of medium strength thread locker to each bolt and install them. Because I can rotate the core relative to this cap and the body here, I do want to make sure I rotate the stinger so that it puts the Malossi logo basically where I want it, and then I can tighten it up. Now my silencer's finished, ready to reinstall, so I'm going to go ahead and put the clamp back over this. And reinstall this clamp onto the pipe. At least get the nut started on the back of there. Now I've got the clamp in place, but it's still plenty loose enough to move the silencer around, so I'm going to go ahead and slide the silencer over the stinger and make sure that's all the way on there as far as it'll go. Now I'll put my spring back on, one end through the silencer, spring puller tool, and pull it over to this hook. Now give your silencer one last look to make sure it's oriented exactly how you want it. And then you can go ahead and tighten up this bolt for the clamp. Now the job should be done. The only thing left for me is to fire it up and see how loud it is now. Here you can see all of the results from the test that I've done with the MHR Big Bore exhaust. The test when I first got it, the test just tonight before I repacked it, which by the way is after about 400 miles of riding total on that exhaust, and now the results after repacking. So you can see that I pretty much got back to where I was out of the box with this pipe, although the idle is a bit high. But my idle speed was a bit high, so I think you could probably knock 1 or 2 decibels off of that, and then basically that is where it was out of the box as well. So not bad. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If it was, please give it a like, and don't forget to share it and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.